The HTML div tag represents a division or a container element in HTML. It is a block level element. Block level means it spans all the way across from the zero width up to the maximum width of the screen. And then it is used to group together related elements. For example, this one, you have a header and a paragraph, and you want to group them together and add a background to it. So a div is a very helpful container so that you can style your document in a way that you want them to be grouped together. For example, this one, for a heading a paragraph, you want to put a background on it, and a div tag is really helpful in doing that. Also, with this and also the third one. But there's actually a lot of examples what you can do with a div tag, and this is just one of it. And I think to explain more of how you can uh, eh, to elaborate more about the div tag, I think we need to create something like a card. So in this sense, so I have a card HTML in here. So in this sense, it's just a elements that are put together without any direction or any design. So if we want to use a card and then we don't have we're not using div, so this is what it looks like. We just have an image right here, an h2, a paragraph, and the buttons. So without any container element or the div in this instance, is that it doesn't look very well. So we want a card where we have a an image right here, a heading, and a paragraph right here, and then we'll put the buttons in inline in here. So to do that, we just have to add a div tag. I have already created the classes in here, so you don't have to worry about that. But you just check why div tags are helpful, especially in grouping together related elements that you want to design or style. So I just want to add a class of card in here, and because I want the image on the stays on the left side and all the details on the right side, so I have to separate them by two. So I have to I have to wrap the remaining data, this heading all the way across to the buttons. I want to put them inside a div. So this is one group and this is another group, and then I just want to put a separator in them. So this is the image part and the content part. So if I save that, so there, so um, here is the image and here are the details, but I want to put them in there, so I just want to add a flex, I think. So that's pretty much what it looks like right now. So using the div, you can create actually a div. You can think like a box where you can put anything inside of it, and then you can organize them. So like something like that in the real world. So if and the buttons, I want them to not stack together like this, but in a row. So to do that, I have to group them again in a div, and then I just have to insert them there and add a class of flex as I've created. I already created the here in the CSS. So I think this is pretty much how how you can understand in a simple way how you can use the div. So just keep in mind that it's just a container for all your other HTML elements. Not all, but most of them, because you can't put a, a div inside a head tag inside a div. So that's not really the best practice. So it's just it should be in the body and anything goes here. So you can add a span and all the other all most of the other tags like a form, something like that. So this is pretty much how you can use and the explanation behind the div tag in as a division HTML element.